All right, so let us start for today. तो last class जाए आमे OCS 2018 सब क्वेश्चन हमर सर जाइतिला तो ए सेशन रे 2019 हम स्टार्ट करिया. So first question is headquarters of Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank is located at. So simple question, it is located at Beijing. Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank AIIB पर टिके देखि दवा. So AIIB ର website ରେ तार अछि we enable clients to build infrastructure for tomorrow I4T. तो I4T ए टर्म टा मने रखियो जदी काले I4T पचार दो I4T is associated with the vision of which organization, so it will be Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank. So I4T green infrastructure with sustainability, innovation and connectivity at core, focus on developing Asia, focus होची एशिया पर डेवलप करिया को, but it has membership from all over the world. So गोटे क्वेश्चन भी यदि पड़तला बोधे मे बी यूपीएससी रे जे एआईआईबी रो केवल एशिया रे ही मेंबर अछंती. So that is not true. Member from the all over the world अछंती. Okay. So investment in infrastructure and other productive sector to foster sustainable development, create wealth, improve infrastructure, prosperity and economic development for Asia is the goal. I4T empowers regions, people with access to physical, digital, social services. Okay. So Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank ऊपर आउट ये देखी दवा. It is like a multilateral development bank and international financial institution providing financing for infrastructure projects. Okay. In Asia देजी, but एटा Asia नो एटा Africa रे भी होची, तमर Europe रे भी होची. Core mission is improve economic and social outcomes across the region collectively. Okay. Infrastructure projects in Asia plus others like those. So core mission is improve economic and social outcomes collectively. See what the unique feature is, unlike most multilateral development banks established by advanced economies, because advanced economies have already developed, they have the capacity to lend more. Okay. Unlike other multilateral development banks, the contributors of AIIB are borrowing members themselves. So ଯେମିତି ଗୋଟେ self help group type. So ଯେମିତି member ମାନେ ହିଁ group ଅଛନ୍ତି ତେଣୁ ତାଙ୍କ ଭିତରେ lending କରନ୍ତି. ତ AIIB is composed of, initially it was composed of borrowing members themselves only. So this idea of a China-led multilateral financial institution was proposed by Xi Jinping in 2013. Okay, during an APEC summit in Indonesia. But AIIB was officially established in China. AIIB was officially established in 2016. Officially established in 2016. Idea ଦେଇଥିଲେ 2013 ରେ. So its headquarters is in Beijing, China. AIIB is currently the world's second largest multilateral development institution. All right, world's second largest. The world's largest is the World Bank, multilateral lending institution. Second largest is the AIIB. So there have been talks that AIIB will emerge as the potential rival of World Bank and IMF. Okay, and World Bank and IMF, as you have seen in the last session, last 2018 question में देखी चला, World Bank and IMF, they are the Bretton Woods institution. All right, so they were established in 1944. All right, World Bank, okay, second largest multilateral development institution. Bank has 110 members. So see this 110 members. Okay, so ये जो ग्रीन रे जो सब देखैछि, these are current members. Okay, sorry एटा current members नो, ए समस्ते ग्रीन रे जोटा देछि सेटा एशियन रीजन मेंबर्स, ब्लू रे जोटा देछि सेटा नॉन रीजनल मेंबर्स. ओके, नॉन रीजनल मेंबर्स, आई थिंक ये जो लाइट ब्लू रे, these are aspiring members. Please note that USA not a part of AIIB. All right, USA is not a part of AIIB. तार सब regional member होची जोटा regional member, these are Asian countries. Okay, तापर non regional members एवडा जो अफ्रीका हो, यूरोप हो, कनाडा हो, ये सब साउथ अमेरिका रे. Okay, and these blue ones, these are माने observe माने aspiring members. Okay, futures and member हेबे. All right, so please note USA is not a part of AIIB. तो AIIB ऊपर देखिले ऑप्शन देखिछि क्वालालंपुर, सिंगापुर, मानिला. तो गोटे ऑप्शन नो. तो गोटे जिनस मन रखिया कहबी, गोटे AIIB रो किछि कैरेक्टरिस्टिक अछि. AIIB जेहेतु चाइना तयारी करछि, सो चाइना हैज द हाईएस्ट voting power in AIIB, that is about 26.5% of voting share. China 26% voting share. India is the second largest contributor to second largest shareholder of AIIB. It holds 7.5%. 10.5% of voting share. Then comes Russia, about 5.95% voting share. All right. So India is also a founding member of AIIB. India is also a founding member of AIIB, and India also has the largest project portfolio within AIIB. Okay, AIIB ro almost 20%, almost 20% of AIIB projects are concentrated in India. So means project loans are given to India. ଯେମିତି ତମର NIIF ହଉ ଯୋଉ National Investment and Infrastructure Fund ହଉ, ତମର ମୁମ୍ବାଇର urban transport system ହଉ, renewable energy projects ହଉ, କି Chennai metro rail, okay, these all are funded by AIIB. So India takes about 20% of the 20% of the AIIB's project loans. Right, 20%. So USA is not a member. Okay, तो AIIB ର ଟିକେ ଗୋଟେ ଟ୍ରିକ୍ ଅଛି, ତମେ ଯଦି ଜାଣିପାରିବ ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ ଭାବିଛି ଟ୍ରିକ୍ ଗୋଟେ କେମିତି ମନେ ରଖିବ ତ ଏଟା ମାନେ ଗୋଟେ ଅଛି ଏସିଆନ୍ ଇନଫ୍ରାଷ୍ଟ୍ରକ୍ଚର ଇନଭେଷ୍ଟମେଣ୍ଟ ବ୍ୟାଙ୍କ, ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଅଛି ନ୍ୟୁ ଡେଭଲପମେଣ୍ଟ ବ୍ୟାଙ୍କ. ଓକେ, ନ୍ୟୁ ଡେଭଲପମେଣ୍ଟ ବ୍ୟାଙ୍କ ବି ଚାଇନାରେ ଅଛି, AIIB ବି ଚାଇନାରେ ଅଛି. ନ୍ୟୁ ଡେଭଲପମେଣ୍ଟ ବ୍ୟାଙ୍କ, this was also called the BRICS Bank. Okay, BRICS Bank, this was established in 2014. All right, BRICS Bank established in 2014. तो देखो जो थरे बहुत गुड़े कंट्रीज अछंती ब्रिक्स रे तो एबे ये जो पांचटा मेंबर छड़ा अलगा भी मेंबर हेई गलेनी बे तो ब्रिक्स रे जो बहुत गुड़े कंट्री अछंती तो जेतु समस्त बहुत रे अछंती तो जनक डोमिनेंस रही परिबनी. ओके, तो जनक जेतु डोमिनेंस रही परिबनी तार या टिके पावर कम रहइबो तो चाइना कोन चाहे तो चाइना रो हेडक्वार्टर चाइना रो कैपिटल कोठी बीजिंग, तो चाइना रो कैपिटल रे एटा नथिबो. ओके, न्यू डेवलपमेंट बैंक, न्यू डेवलपमेंट बैंक रो हेडक्वार्टर इज इन सांघाई, चाइना रे अछि बट कैपिटल रे नाही. एशियन इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंक. ओके, देखो एटा सी जिनपिंग को निजर हम जेम देखले 2013 रे ही प्रपोज दिस बैंक. ओके, इट वाज एस्टैब्लिश्ड इन 2016 एंड एशिया रो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर को कंट्रोल रे नवा को एरा एम अछि. तमे एमति भाई पारो जेमते चाइना रो प्रेडेटरी प्राइसिंग पॉलिसी अछि, से सब को देश मानक इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर को कंट्रोल को नवा चाहे. ओके, तो जो जिनस चाइना बेसी पावर रखिवो अलगा नेशन मानक इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर को कंट्रोल रखिया चाहिए सेही इंस्टीट्यूट टा चाइना रो कैपिटल रहिबो. तो यार रो हेडक्वार्टर विल बी इन बेजिंग बिकॉज दैट इज इन द कैपिटल ऑफ चाइना. न्यू डेवलपमेंट बैंक बहुत गुड़ा लोक हेलानी ब्रिक्स रे मेंबर अछंती, तो जेतु बहुत गुड़ा अछंती हेडक्वार्टर बेजिंग कैपिटल नुह सांघाई रे कैपिटल रहिबो. ओके, तो एटा एमती मो एटा मन रखे AIIB और NDB भितर टी कंफ्यूजन हुए तो कहार हेडक्वार्टर कोठी. ऑलराइट, तो आ गोटे तमर मानिला क्वालालंपुर रे सेमती किसी नहीं कैपिटल ऑफ मलेशिया सिंगापुर. मानिला इज द कैपिटल ऑफ फिलीपींस. Manila is the capital of Philippines. Okay, एथिरे तमरो this is the headquarter of Asian Development Bank, ADB. Okay, एशियन डेवलपमेंट बैंक. तो देखो एटा होची एशियन डेवलपमेंट बैंक, ये एशिया रा डेवलपमेंट चाहूची, एशिया रा डेवलपमेंट चाहूची, नॉट कि एशिया रा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर को कैप्चर कर दबो. ओके, जेतु एशिया रा डेवलपमेंट करिया चाहूची तो इट इज नॉट इन चाइना, दिस इज इन फिलीपींस और मनीला. Okay, capital of Philippines. Asian Development Bank was established by UN ECOSOC. Okay, UN ECOSOC for Asia and Far East. It was established in 1966. All right, established in 1966 to develop the economy and cooperation in the poor and agrarian regions of the world. Okay, तो जेमती तमरो साउथ ईस्ट एशिया हो, सॉरी हाँ तमरो जेमती तमरो साउथ ईस्ट एशिया एवडा सब 1966, these are the times of cold war. Okay, तुम जेमती से टाइम रे वियतनाम वार चलथला 1955 रो 1975 20 इयर्स. ओके, तो सेही टाइम रे हमर जो ई साउथ ईस्ट एशिया पार्ट टा बहुत अंडर डेवलप छला, तो पूरा एंटायर एरिया को डेवलप करिया पई फिलीपींस रे एशियन डेवलपमेंट बैंक एस्टैब्लिश कराई देला. ओके, सो दैट समस्त डेवलपमेंट हो. ऑलराइट, so it is headquarter is located in Philippines. Asian Development Bank जेतु एटा चाइना रे नथिवो तो एशिया रे डेवलप करिया चाहूची. ओके, so this is the first question for today. Next comes the second question. So 124th Constitutional Amendment Bill took form of which Constitutional Amendment Act? Okay. The Amendment Bill, कोटा Amendment Bill, Amendment Act ऊपर टिके confusion रुहे. तो देखो जोटा bill जोटा कि पार्लियामेंट रे डिस्कशन होची या voting होची. Okay. Once the bill is voted and passed, it becomes an act. एटा तमे जानिଛ. Okay. तो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन रा अमेंडमेंट पाई बहुत गोटे बिल भी पास करा जाए. सब जाक बिल एक्ट को ट्रांसफॉर्म करेन. ओके. जोटा फाइनली हैला सेटा हम पढुचे 100 की 101st कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल अमेंडमेंट एक्ट. ओके. बट ता पछरे सेटा को बिल रो एक्ट हैला सेटा एथरे पचारची क्वेश्चन. ओके. तो तो मु पूर्व सेशन रे भी कहिची तमरो 100 रो 106 कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल अमेंडमेंट एक्ट जोड़ा मन रखी दबो. ओके. जिम तमरो 100 कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल अमेंडमेंट एक्ट इज the land boundary agreement, exchange of enclave between India and Bangladesh. Okay. 101st Constitutional Amendment Act. Okay. Constitutional Amendment Act. Okay. CAA. 101st Constitutional Amendment Act. This came with the 102nd Constitutional Amendment Bill. Okay. Constitutional Amendment Bill. All right. 122th Constitutional Amendment Bill. It is related to the GST. Okay. तो एटा 2019 रो OCS 2019 तो सेही टाइम रे एटा न्यूज़ रे थिला. ओके. देन 102nd कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल अमेंडमेंट एक्ट. इट वाज द सेमति ता परटा ही कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल अमेंडमेंट एक्ट 123rd कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल अमेंडमेंट बिल. ओके. 123rd कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल अमेंडमेंट बिल. This related to the NCBC. Constitutional status was given to NCBC under Article 338A. Okay. Under 123rd Constitutional Amendment Bill. The 103rd Constitutional Amendment Act, it was passed under 124th. Okay. Constitutional Amendment Bill. So this was related to the EWS 10% reservation. Okay. So या पर भी देखी दवा टिके 103rd जैसे 104th Constitutional Amendment Act. This came with the 126th Constitutional Amendment Bill. 126th Constitutional Amendment Bill. Okay. So this was related to extending of SC/ST reservation in Lok Sabha and State Legislative Assembly for 10 years, and there is no reservation for seats for Anglo-Indians. Okay. So देखो एटा 120 122 123rd 124th तुम्हारा 125th bill टा constitutional amendment bill. Okay. So this was moved by Rajnath Singh, but this bill proposed to amend the provisions of 6th schedule and Article 280 to increase the powers of autonomous councils in 6th schedule areas. Okay. But the गोटे joint parliamentary committee हला, they recommended कि state रो एबे power एते नाही माने पैसा ऊपर consistent हबो तो एटा move करिवानी. Okay. So 105th constitutional amendment bill, this was moved to amend provision of 6th schedule and Article 280. Okay. And Article 280, but एटा pass हलानी जेतु तो ए बिल टा act ही पारलानी. All right. Then comes the 105th Constitutional Amendment Act. Okay. So the 127th. Okay. 127th Constitutional Amendment Bill. So एथरे कौन से जो तुम जानछो states can notify their own SCBC, OBC. तो सेमती 106th Constitutional Amendment Act came under 128th Constitutional Amendment Bill about the 33% women reservation in Lok Sabha and state legislative assemblies. All right. तो एया थिला. तो जो ए जो एक्ट और बिल तमरा 100 परठु एडा सब मन रखि दबो. ओके. मे बी दिस मे कम इन एग्जाम. ओके. तो हमें प्राय कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल अमेंडमेंट एक्ट मन रखु, बिल टा हमें मन रखुनु. ओके. तो टिके केयरफुल रहियो. तो एटा 125th बिल ही पास हेनी, बाकी सब जगह बिल पास हे जी. 122 23 24 26 27 28. ओके. सब पास हे जी. ओके. नाउ कम्स द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. which India's first national film museum. Okay. तो फिल्म रिलेटेड जहाँ भी अच्छे तमें ऑप्शन दे भी देखियो तमें बम्बई मार दबो. ओके. तो 124th पचारची ना. 124th is C. Okay. Two C is the answer. So India's first national film museum was set up in Mumbai. So this national film museum, it is called the National Museum of Indian Cinema. National Museum of Indian Cinema. So This is under Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. This was inaugurated in 2019 by our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Okay. So NMIC, এটা just current affair ହିଁ ଥିଲା ସେଇ ବର୍ଷର. Okay. ଚେନ୍ନାଇ କୋଲକାତା ପୁନେ ହବନି. Next, question 4. World Consumer Rights Day 2019 was observed in which date? Okay. So World Consumer Rights Day. तो ଟିକେ ଅପସନ ଦେଖିଦବ. ऑप्शन देखो 10th जून 10th नवंबर 15 सितंबर 15 मार्च ओके बी सी ए और डी तो ऑप्शन रे गोटे पैटर्न अछि आइदर 10th हबो नहले 15th हबो ओके तो आमे लास्ट सेशन देखले 15 सितंबर इज सेलिब्रेटेड एज इंजीनियर्स डे टू कमेमोरेट द बर्थडे ऑफ एम विश्वेश्वराय ओके दिस इज इंजीनियर्स डे एटा मैं जानिछु तो मे भी हबोनी ओके तो एटा हबोनी डेफिनेटली हबोनी ओके आ बाकी रहिला तमे एटा तमे आइदर जानिथरे करिवो बट न जानिथरे कर परिवोनी बस गोटे इंटरेस्टिंग जिंस को मार्क करली ओके यार आंसर होची सी 15th मार्च ओके देखो तमरो ओसीएस 2019 ओसीएस प्रिलिमिनरी 2019 वाज हेल्ड ऑन 15th मार्च 2020 ओके एंड द आंसर ऑफ दिस क्वेश्चन इज 15th मार्च तो टिके देखि दबो सेही दिन जो दिन एग्जाम होउची तो मे भी जल्दी तमे न जानिथिबो से ऑप्शन टाको मे भी मार देई पारो मु कोन एटा सबल ठीक हबो बट जेहेतु एटा एठी ठीक हेजी ओके so this is just an idea you can follow it or you cannot follow it it is your wish okay so world consumer rights day eta ଟିକେ ଦେଖିଦବା so PIB ର ministry of world consumer rights day is celebrated by the ministry of consumer affairs food and public distribution okay so consumer rights day observed annually on March 15 okay serves as reminder to uphold consumer rights and protection opportunities or basic rights of all. World Consumers' Rights Day was first observed in 1983. Okay, this date was chosen to commemorate President John Kennedy's address to U.S. Congress, where he became the first world leader to formally recognize consumer rights. Okay, 1962. He became the first leader to recognize consumer rights. And theme for World Consumer Rights Day 2025 is a just transition to sustainable lifestyles. Okay, just transition to sustainable lifestyles. Theme টা মনে রাখিও এটা যেহেতু ডে পচারছি মেবি পচার দিই পারে ওকে so this theme reflects urgent need to make sustainable healthy lifestyle choices available accessible and affordable for all consumers okay so देखो এই जो कीवर्ड যেমতি available accessible affordable for all consumers okay तो कंज्यूमर की पीपल मानक वेलफेयर ପାଇଁ ଯାହା ବି ସପୋଜ ସ୍କିम ଆସିବ ତମେ 3A ସପୋଜ ଏଟା କୁହ ତମେ 3A तो तमे कोठी क्वेश्चन लिख पारे 3A of health care suppose health care so health care should be available affordable and accessible to all education should be available affordable and accessible to all okay or consumer rights okay जोटा भी तमर lifestyle choices should be available accessible and affordable for all कि तमर ethics रे तम citizen chapter रे तमर citizen chapter रे सब services should be available accessible and affordable for all okay एमती लिखि परिबो तमे alright so एटा मेंशन लिखि परिबो एमती तो world consumers right day theme टा मन रखिबो just transition to sustainable lifestyle it is celebrated annually on March 15 okay मार्च 15 तो बाकी जाओ सब ऑप्शन गुडा देजी तमरो 10th जून सेमती किछि सिग्निफिकेंट मु पाइलिनी सेमती किछि नाही 15 सितंबर इज इंजीनियर्स डे 10th नवंबर ओके 10th नवंबर इट इज सेलिब्रेटेड एज वर्ल्ड साइंस डे फॉर पीस एंड डेवलपमेंट इट इज सेलिब्रेटेड ऑन 10th नवंबर इट इज सेलिब्रेटेड बाय यूएन so celebrated every 10th November, World Science Day for Peace and Development highlights the role of science in society and the need to engage the wider public in debate on emerging issues. Okay, importance and relevance of science in our daily lives. So World Science Day celebrated on 10th November. So 2025 ର World Science Day ର theme ଏପନ୍ତ ଆସିନି. Okay, ତ ଯେହେତୁ ନଭେମ୍ବର ଅଛି ତ ମେ ବି ତମର ଯଦି ଏକ୍ସାମ ସେପ୍ଟେମ୍ବର କି ଅକ୍ଟୋବରରେ ହୁଏ ତ ସେତେବେଳେ ଆସି ଯାଇଥାଇପାରେ 2024 ର theme ମୁଁ କହିଦଉଛି. Okay. World Science Day 2024 ର theme ଥିଲା Why Science Matters. Why Science Matters, Engaging Minds and Empowering Futures. Alright. So this is the theme of 2024 World Science Day. Okay. Celebrated by UN. So एटा थला क्वेश्चन. Now move to the next question. So, who is the following is the first Lokpal of India? As you all know, it is Pinaki Chandra Ghosh, Justice Pinaki Chandra Ghosh. So, अलगा ऑप्शन गोटे देखिदेवा. सो लोकपाल उपरे तमे जानिथिबो कि एटा लक्ष्मीकांत स्टैटिक सब्जेक्ट किछि कहबार नै या उपरे. लोकपाल तो अछि तम लक्ष्मीकांत और लोकायुक्त जेंति स्टेट मानकर अछि. सो ऑप्शन जे देखदवा रंजन गोगोई, टीएस ठाकुर. ओके, सो these two they served as chief justices of India. Okay, chief justice of India हेबारे सर्व करथिले. एंड मदन लोकुर एंड पीसी घोष they served as judges of Supreme Court. Okay, judges of Supreme Court, they did not become the chief justices. Okay, so लोकपाल टिके देखिदबो तमरो कैटेगरी. फास्ट होची पिनाकी चंद्र घोष. he was the first लोकपाल of India. तांको परे आस्तले प्रदीप कुमार महांती. Right, so he was just the acting lokpal. Okay, he was the acting lokpal, permanent nathile. He was also a judge of Supreme Court. He belongs to Odisha. Okay, Pradeep Kumar Mahanti. And next ebbe je current lokpal achandi, he is Ajay Manikrao Khanvilkar. Okay, Justice Ajay Manikrao Khanvilkar, he is the present lokpal. Right, so ei tin jana. ଆଉ ଓଡିଶାର ଉପରେ ଯଦି ଟିକେ ମେ ବି ପଚାରି ପାରେ, ବିକଜ ଲୋକାୟୁକ୍ତ ଆକ୍ଟ ତମର ମେନ୍ ସିଲାବସ ରେ ମେନସନ ହେଇଛି ଯେହେତୁ, ତ ଲୋକାୟୁକ୍ତ ଆକ୍ଟ ଉପରେ ଟିକେ ଦେଖିଦବ. So, state of Odisha is a pioneer state enacted Odisha Lokaयुक्त Act in 2014. Okay, Odisha Lokaयुक्त Act 2014 came into force with effect from 7 July 2018. 2018 रे effect आस्तला. Okay, Lokpal has been established with effect from 2019. 2014 रे act आस्तला, 2018 रे came into force. The act came into force and it was established in 2019. So its power, it can investigate any person who is or has been a chief minister, or any other person who is or has been a minister of state, or who has been a member of Odisha Legislative Assembly. Okay, chairperson, members of panchayat, municipality, employee of state, serving or served. Okay, all are covered under this Lokayukta Act. Okay, it enforces the sections under Prevention of Corruption Act 1988. Prevention of Corruption Act 1988. That time on rakhibo, and tamo mains re bhi kamare asibo. So when a complaint is received, Lokayukta may order a preliminary inquiry by its own inquiry wing or any other agency, and or refer it to a investigation by any agency. Okay. So investigation or inquiry by say kahaku bhi hire kar pare. Lokpal is vested with power of search and seizure and all powers under CRPC. Lokayukta shall provide legal assistance to every person against whom complaint has been made to defend the case. Okay, if the desire. So it is has quasi judicial powers. Okay. So presently, our Odisha Lokayukta present chairperson of Lokayukta of Odisha is Honorable Justice Sri Ajit Singh. Okay, Sri Ajit Singh, who assumed charge on 2019. Okay, so এই ଜିନିଷଟା ତମର ୱେବସାଇଟ ରେ ହିଁ ଲେଖା ହେଇଛି. ତ ମୋର ଟିକେ ଡାଉଟ ହଉଥିଲା, ଇଜ ହି କଣ୍ଟିନ୍ୟୁଇଂ ଏଜ ଦ ଲୋକାୟୁକ୍ତ ଅର୍ ନଟ୍, ବଟ୍ ଏଇ ଜିନିଷଟା ଯେହେତୁ ସାଇଡ ୱେବସାଇଟ ରେ ଲେଖା ହେଇଛି, ତ ଆମେ ସେଇଟାକୁ ହିଁ ଠିକ ମାନିବା. ଓକେ, so this question ଟା ସରିଲା. So as of today, which of the following countries is not a member of the European Union? All right, European Union. तुम्हारा देखिला ये जो European Union, there are, this is the map. There are 27. Sorry. Okay, so there are 27 ki 28 मुझे ठीक से मने पड़नी. 27 or 28 members of European Union. So I will check it and tell you. 27 ki 28 ठीक से मने पड़नी. So एटा मु लिखी देवी एठी. Okay. So यूरोपियन यूनियन रो 27 की सपोज 28 मेंबर्स अछंती. ओके, तो तमरो ए जो सो मार्किंग है जी, दीज आर द मेंबर्स. तमरो ऑप्शन रे पचारची व्हिच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज नॉट ए मेंबर. नॉट ए मेंबर पचारची, तो बेलारस इज नॉट ए मेंबर. तो लाटविया, माल्टा एंड आयरलैंड. Latvia, capital Riga. Malta, Valletta is the capital, and Ireland, Dublin is the capital. They are members of the European Union. Okay. तो बाकी जो रहला Belarus is here. Belarus, its capital is Minsk. Okay, Minsk का capital Belarus रो. सो देख एटा मोटा जस्ट पेरिफेरल नॉलेज को करली तमर जेमती सपोज मे बी एमती आसे गोटे जिंस तमे जानि नथिबो ओके सो बेलारुस केमती करली सो बिकॉज आई हैड वाच्ड ए वेब सीरीज दी चेर्नोबिल ओके এটা ଗୋଟେ ଭଲ ୱେବ ସିରିଜ ତମେ ଚାହିଁଲେ ଦେଖିପାରିବ ଦିସ୍ ଚେର୍ନୋବିଲ ୱେବ ସିରିଜ ଓକେ it is related to the Chernobyl nuclear disaster that occurred in 1986 alright ତ ଏଥିରେ ବେଲାରୁଷ ଦେଖ ତୁମ ଯୋଉ ଚେର୍ନୋବିଲ ଯୋଉ ନ୍ୟୁକ୍ଲିୟର ପାୱାର ପ୍ଲାଣ୍ଟ ଟା ଯୋଉ ହେଇଥିଲା so it is located somewhere here okay this is the Chernobyl plant where the disaster occurred in 1986 okay so now it is in Ukraine but this is bordering Belarus okay ତ ସେଇ ମୁଭି ସେଇ ୱେବ ସିରିଜ ରେ ବେଲାରସ ର ନାଁ ଥିଲା ଦେଖ 1986 ସେତେବେଳେ ତମର ୟୁଏସଏସଆର ବି ଥିଲା ୟୁଏସଏସଆର ବି ଥିଲା ସେତେବେଳେ ତ ବେଲାରସ କୁ କୁହାଯାଉଥିଲା ବାଇଲୋ ରଷିଆ ଓକେ ବାଇଲୋ ରଷିଆ ତ ବେଲାରସ ର ନାଁ ହଉଥିଲା ବାଇଲୋ ରଷିଆ ତ ବିକଜ ଇଟ୍ସ ନେମ୍ ନାଁରେ ତାର ରଷିଆ ଅଛି ତ ସେଟା ଆଣ୍ଡ ୟୁରୋପିଆନ ୟୁନିୟନ ବିଲଙ୍ଗସ୍ ଟୁ ଦି sphere of influence of USA not the sphere of influence of Russia so maybe Byelorusia is the answer ତ ଏୟା ଭାବି ମୁଁ ମାରିଥିଲି ବେଲାରସ ତ ଏଟା ଠିକ ବି ହେଇଗଲା ଓକେ ତ ତ ଏଇଟା ଏମିତି ହେଲା କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚନ ତ ଟିକେ ୟୁରୋପିଆନ ୟୁନିୟନ ଉପରେ ଏବେ ଯେମିତି ଚାଲିଛି ସବୁ ଟିକେ ଦେଖିଦବ ତମର bordering countries this is the Ukraine as you all know Ukraine capital is Kiev this is Moldova okay this is Moldova its capital is Chisinau Chisinau okay Moldova ଦେଖ ଗୋଟେ peculiar feature ଅଛି ମୋଲ୍ଡୋଭାର ତ ମୋଲ୍ଡୋଭାର ଏଟା ବହୁତ ବଡ ହେଇଯାଉଛି just a second okay so ମୁଁ ଏଠି ମୋ ହାତରେ ମ୍ୟାପିଂ କରିଦଉଛି so this is Moldova okay Moldova ତ ମୋଲ୍ଡୋଭାର ଏଇ ପାର୍ଟଟା okay this is a separate breakaway province from Moldova ଏପଟେ ତ ତମର ୟୁକ୍ରେନ ରହିଲା this is Moldova this territory is called Transnistria okay this is the Transnistria this is a breakaway province from the Moldovan state but internationally it is recognized as a part of Moldova only okay ତ ଏମାନେ ଯେମିତି ଗୋଟେ enclave କରିଛନ୍ତି they do not want to be they want to be have a separate state okay so ଏଇ ଜିନିଷଟା ଗୋଟେ ଭାବିଲି ଏଟା ଠିକ ହେଇଥିବ ମାନେ ଓକେ ତ ଏଟା ଇମ୍ପୋର୍ଟାଣ୍ଟ ମେ ବି ହେଇଥାଇ ପାରେ ଓକେ ଚେର୍ନୋବିଲ ନ୍ୟୁକ୍ଲିୟର ପ୍ଲାଣ୍ଟ ତ ଏଇଟା ତମେ ଏଇଠି ଜାଣିଥିବ ଦିସ୍ ଚେର୍ନୋବିଲ ନ୍ୟୁକ୍ଲିୟର ପ୍ଲାଣ୍ଟ ଇଜ ନିୟର ଟୁ ଦି ବହୁତ ବଡ ହେଇଯାଉଛି it is near to the Dnieper river right the Dnieper river okay so this much I think it was essential for you today ଏଇଟା ତ ତମେ ଜାଣିଛ ଟର୍କି so ଏଇଟା ଗଲା Belarus is the answer the name of the first cybercrime prevention unit of India is answer is Aswasth okay अस्वस्थ एटा से टाइम रा करंट अफेयर ही सो अस्वस्थ स्टैंड्स फॉर आश्वस्त माने आश्वस्ति जो दबा आश्वस्त assured assistance service helpline for victims at shortest time okay this was located in Gandhinagar okay India's first cybercrime prevention unit aswast assured assistance service helpline for victims at shortest time and cybergrid एमती किछि नाही okay zap meta so this is similar to एटा मु देखिली this is similar to a search engine okay search engine but it has no original search engine or directory it aggregates the search results from other search engines okay विश्वास ओके तमरो जो विवाद से विश्वास जो बिल थला विवाद से विश्वास स्कीम this was related to resolving the income tax disputes that were under litigation between government and its people okay विवाद से विश्वास स्कीम तमरो आ गोटे विश्वास स्कीम अछि VIS VIS okay this is वंचित इकाई समूह और वर्गों की आर्थिक सहायता ओके वंचित इकाई समूह समूह और और वर्गों की आर्थिक सहायता। Okay, this is the Vishwas scheme. So this is being run under Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. Okay, so this is a government initiative to provide interest subvention to self-help groups, SC, ST groups, and OBC groups, and Safai Karmacharis to make formal credit or loans more affordable. Okay, so this is the Vishwas scheme to make formal loans more affordable to the vulnerable sections of the society. Okay, so it agala Vishwas scheme. Next comes the name of the app launched by RBI to help visually challenged. Okay, so this is the money app. This is the mobile aided note identifier MANI. Okay, mobile aided note identifier. So एरा भी से टाइम पे करंट अफेयर एथरे कोन हबो मोबाइल कैमरा नोट को कैप्चर कर दबो तापर ओटे ऑडियो की वाइब्रेशन फीडबैक दबो to indicate the denomination of the note or the whether the note is fake or original. Okay, so এটা কিছু নাই এটা সে মনি অ্যাপ উবর তুমি জানছো এটা হবনি ডক্স the Google Docs that is document creator app for Android. Okay, তো Google Docs की Microsoft रे भी Docs ଅଛି এটা ତ ନୁହଁ iNote is also a mobile app to identify the currency reserves issued by the US Federal Reserve. Okay, so this is also note recognition app. Okay, okay, by US Federal Reserve to recognize the dollar bills. Okay, so this was developed by Bureau of Engraving and Printing. So exactly on या भलिया ही काम करे हमरो money app. Okay, mobile aided note identifier. So এটা গলা তোমার. Now comes to the next question. First Indian equestrian who officially qualified to represent India for Tokyo Olympics. Okay, so equestrian events relates to horse riding. All right, horse riding. So horse riding who first qualified officially qualified to represent India in the Tokyo Olympics. Okay, तो देखो तमरो हमरा OCS 2018 ର PYQ रे तमरो question 14. Okay, so let us go to question 14. तो ओलंपिक्स ऊपर क्वेश्चन पचारथला तमरो लास्ट थरो तमरो 2019 रे भी ओलंपिक्स ऊपर पचारजी तो तमरो OCS 2023 रे भी तमरो ओलंपिक्स ऊपर दीटा क्वेश्चन पचारथला. ओके, तो इथर नोट करियो तमरो ओलंपिक गेम्स इज अ रिकरिंग थीम ऑफ OPSC. ओके, तो सब वर्ष गेम हो कि न हो तुम पचारिबा ओलंपिक गेम्स प्रति 2 वर्ष को थरे हुए समर गेम्स एंड विंटर गेम्स. तो समर एंड विंटर ओलंपिक्स कोन ताको एक्सप्लेन भी करची क्लास रे. ओके, फ्यूचर भी कोड जगह इवेंट कोटी हबो एरा सब देइछि. ओके, एंड ओलंपिक्स रो केमिति ताकर सेपरेट गेम्स हुए एडा भी सब देइछि. सो क्वेश्चन 14 तमरा लास्ट क्लास एतरे सब डिस्कस हेतला तो आई विल नॉट डिस्कस अगेन. ओके, फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन हु ऑफिशियली क्वालिफाइड टू रिप्रेजेंट इंडिया फॉर द टोक्यो ओलंपिक्स. ओके, सो द आंसर इज फवाद मिर्जा. ओके, फवाद मिर्जा तो तांको ऊपर टिके देखिदवा. ओके, so Fawad Mirza, he received the Arjuna Award in 2019. Okay, he received the Arjuna Award in 2019 for outstanding performance. Okay, Arjuna Award is given for outstanding performance in games. Okay, it is the second highest sporting honor in India after the Major Dhyan Chand Khel Ratna Award. Okay, so देखो 2019 रे जेहेतु ताको अर्जुन अवार्ड मिलला तो 2019 रो OCS रे क्वेश्चन आछि. ओके, तो सेट पई हमरो अर्जुन अवार्ड्स की जो स्पोर्ट्स रे जो अवार्ड्स अछि दैट बिकम्स इंपोर्टेंट फॉर दिस ईयर. ओके, तो मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ यूथ एंड स्पोर्ट्स अनाउंस द नेशनल स्पोर्ट्स अवार्ड्स. तमर स्पोर्ट्स अवार्ड्स सब कैटेगरी अछि द मेजर ध्यानचंद खेल रत्न अवार्ड्स तापरे अर्जुन अवार्ड्स. ओके, then comes the Arjuna Awards are lifetime awards, Dronacharya award. Okay, then the Rashtriya Khel Protsahan Puraskar and Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad trophy. All right, so এই প্রকার সব awards ଅଛି sport awards. তো Major Dhyanchand Awards, this is important. So for 20, like, this was posted in 2nd January 2025. These awards were announced for the year 2024. Okay, the president will give away the awards on 17 January 2025. Okay, तो जेतु तमर एग्जाम हबो सेप्टेम्बर अक्टोबर रे तो एटा ही तम पे इंपोर्टेंट रहइबो. ओके, तो ध्यानचंद खेल रत्न अवार्ड्स awarded to Gukesh D for chess, Sri Harmanpreet Singh, so he is related to hockey. Harmanpreet Singh, he is the captain of Indian national hockey team. Okay, captain of Indian national hockey team. Then Sri Praveen Kumar under para athletics. Para athletics means he is related to the men's high jump. All right. Men's high jump and Mrs. Manu Bhekar with respect to shooting. Okay. तो अर्जुन अवार्ड्स रो जते सब लिस्ट अछि तमरो 32 जन को अर्जुन अवार्ड्स दिया हिची तो आई नो कि एडा मन रखिया भी सहज न जस्ट एग्जाम आगरो तमे खाली ना देखि देई जाइछो ओके जो तियाराजी अनुरानी ओके एडा सब जस्ट ना देखि देई जाइछो मे बी तुम ऑप्शन आसी गलो तमरो स्ट्राइक कर जीवो ओके तो मन रखिया तो पॉसिबल न बट जस्ट देखि देई जाइछो ओके अर्जुन अवार्ड्स तो ଆଉ ଏଇ ଆୱାର୍ड्स ମାନଙ୍କ ଉପରେ ସବୁ ଦେଖିଦବ ନ୍ୟାସନାଲ ସ୍ପୋର୍ଟ୍ସ ଆୱାର୍ଡ ଦିସ୍ ଇଜ ଇମ୍ପୋର୍ଟାଣ୍ଟ ନ୍ୟାସନାଲ ସ୍ପୋର୍ଟ୍ସ ଆୱାର୍ଡ गिवन एवरी इयर रिकॉग्नाइज एंड रिवार्ड एक्सीलेंस इन स्पोर्ट्स फर्स्ट होची मेजर ध्यानचंद खेल रत्न अवार्ड स्पेक्टाकुलर मोस्ट आउटस्टैंडिंग परफॉर्मेंस इन स्पोर्ट्स बाय स्पोर्ट्समैन ओवर ए पीरियड ऑफ प्रीवियस 4 इयर्स ओके अर्जुन अवार्ड performance of a period of previous 4 years showing qualities of leadership sportsmanship and discipline okay arjun award lifetime honor and motivate sportsmen who have contributed and continue to contribute to promotion of sports even after retirement dronacharya award for outstanding coaches for doing outstanding and meritorious work in consistently to enable sports person in excel in international events okay then overall top performing university in the Khelo India University game is given the Maulana Abul Kalam Azad trophy okay Makka trophy ta कहउचंदी Maulana Abul Kalam Azad trophy given to Chandigarh University this is the overall winner okay so this is all about the awards okay Arjuna awards जेत तो मिलतरा सेही वर्ष तो क्वेश्चन आसीगला तो मे बी एटा इंपोर्टेंट Jitendra Birwani. So Jitendra Birwani is not associated with sports. Okay, just a second. So he is not associated with sports. He is the chairman of Embassy Group. Okay, what a Embassy Group achi. Embassy Group chairman. So just he became the chairman of Embassy Group. This is a real estate agent development firm. Okay, real estate ऊपर deal करे. So he is not at all related to sports. बाकी these two imtiaz anis. So he is also an equestrian. He participated in Summer Olympics and IJ Lamba. This is Indrajit Lamba. Okay. Okay, he is also equestrian who participated in Summer Olympics. Okay, so these three are horse riders and this is a businessman. Okay, so this is not the option. Okay, answer. So now comes the next question. Sukanya project self-defense training initiative of which police? This is the Kolkata police. Okay, so it is time the current affair. So Sukanya project of Kolkata police. Sukanya project for school and college girls about women safety. Okay, so it is a concept for imparting self-defense training to girl students. Objective is to build confidence and impart self-defense training. Okay, so this Sukanya project, this is a project replicated and adopted from the concept of Kanyasri. Okay, what is the Kanyasri? Okay, Kanyasri is also a project of West Bengal government. Okay, to reduce the probability of child marriage and increase employability of girls by educating them. Okay, so Kanyasri and Sukanya, these are Kolkata. Okay, so these are projects endorsed by the West Bengal government. Okay, next comes the which country supplied Apache AH-64E helicopters to India? So this is USA. Apache AH-64E, AH-64E. So this is the AH mane tamara advanced helicopter. Okay. Advanced helicopter model 64 variant E. Okay. Model 64 variant E. So this is a multi-role combat helicopter. Multi-role माने तार बहुत किसी से कर परियो जेमती अटैक कर परियो डिफेंस कर परियो रेस्क्यू रिलीफ रे भी कर परियो रिकॉग्निशन भी कर परियो ओके सो जेमती तार ए हेलिकॉप्टर रेकॉग्निशन सपोज रेकॉग्निशन माने तमर देखिथिबो एटा सुनथिबो recognition means to survey an area to gather information about enemy troops okay तो enemy केमती कौन करछि त केमिति कोन अटैक करा जिवो प्लानिंग करा जिवो सेत में recognition करा जाय okay recognition is usually done using a stealth using something stealth instrument like unmanned aerial vehicles, but and satellites. But this helicopter can also be used. Okay, the because this helicopter has night vision enabled sensors. Okay, तो एटा रात्रि भी देखि परिबो, reconnaissance कर परिबो. तो तमर attack जिंति तमर सेतरे chain gun अछि, missiles अछि, rockets अछि. Okay, defense रे it also has hardened armor and rescue and relief. तो जानछो एटा सबुठी rescue and relief तो कोठी भी हेई परिबो. Okay, so helicopter it can be engaged in rescue and relief operation. Okay, next the hosting country to celebrate World Environment Day. Okay, so so the answer is D, Colombia. Okay, World Environment 2020. तो एटा 2019 रे तो एटा ऑलरेडी अनाउंस हो जाई था तो कोठी सेलिब्रेट करा जीवो. ओके, तो एनवायरनमेंट डे ऊपर टी देखि दवा. इट इज बीइंग वर्ल्ड एनवायरनमेंट डे. इट इज बीइंग सेलिब्रेटेड बाय यूएन एनवायरनमेंट प्रोग्राम. ओके, यूएनईपी सिंस 1973. ओके, so UNEP this was established in 1972. 1972 UNEP रो हेडक्वार्टर इज इन Nairobi, Kenya. Okay, so UN this World Environment Day has been celebrated since 1973. All right, by UNEP. Okay, it is the world's largest platform for environmental action. Okay, in 2025, Republic of Korea is hosting the global celebration. Okay, and the theme for this year's Environment Day is beat plastic pollution. All right. तो एतिकी हमर इम्पोर्टेंट वर्ल्ड एनवायरनमेंट डे तमरो 5 जून को हुए. इट इज सेलिब्रेटेड ऑन 5th June. थीम होची बीट प्लास्टिक पोल्यूशन सेलिब्रेटेड बाय यूएनईपी. रिपब्लिक ऑफ कोरिया इज द होस्ट. ओके, तो वर्ल्ड एनवायरनमेंट मे बी एतर पचाचे मे बी ए वर्ष तुम डेट भी पचार दबो. इट इज 5th June. ऑलराइट, so this is the question. Now comes the next question. Present chairman of OPSC. Okay, 2019 रे chairman थिले ब्रिगेडियर एलसी पटनायक. ओके, तो बाकी जो ऑप्शन गुड़ा दीजिए जेडी शर्मा. ओके, तो जेडी शर्मा एटा 2016 न्यूज. ओके, ओडिशा गवर्नमेंट अपॉइंटेड प्रिंसिपल चीफ कंजर्वेटर ऑफ फॉरेस्ट जेडी शर्मा द न्यू चेयरमैन ऑफ ओपीएससी. ओके, 2016 अपॉइंट कराई देला. तो तापरे की आसले तो मु जाननी, बट तुम प्रेजेंट चेयरमैन की सेटा तुम जानिबार कथा. ओके, ब्रिगेडियर एलसी पटनायक. ओके, रजत दास, अजित कुमार पटनायक. सो रजत दास आई डिड नॉट फाइंड एनी significant personality called Rajat Das. Okay, and D, Ajit Kumar Patnaik, he is a cardiologist. Okay, he is a cardiologist, but nothing significant as such. Okay, so Brigadier LC Patnaik तांगा प्रति देखि दवा. तुम एबे भी जो प्रेजेंट चेयरमैन अछंती कि प्रेजेंट जो ओपीएससी माने मेंबर अछन तांगा ऊपर भी टिके देखि जेबो. ओके, तो तमराटा इंटरव्यू रे भी हेल्प करिवो. तो तमरा एटा मे बी प्रीलिम्स रे भी क्वेश्चन आसी पारे. ओके, so LC Patnaik, he is a soldier and scholar with, okay, he has a PhD in defense and strategic studies, master in psychology, defense studies, business administration, international relations. So actually he is a polymath. Okay, so he has multi-dimensional professional expertise in military diplomacy, disaster management, electronic warfare, peacekeeping in the United Nations also. Okay, so he served as an infantry officer in Siachen Glacier. Okay, fought insurgency in northeastern Jammu Kashmir. Okay, northeastern Jammu Kashmir, and he has also served in the LOC. So he has also served as India's defense advisor at Embassy of India in Tehran. Okay, diplomatic challenges in Afghanistan, Iraq, and other neighborhoods. Okay, during his period in Middle East. Okay, so he has been also been appointed as instructor at Indian military training team at Bhutan. Okay, so Bhutan ro military training को Bhutan ro army को Indian army training करे. Okay, so he has been an instructor in that delegation. Okay, and Indian Military Academy Dehradun रे भी से थिले. Okay, so he was the president of SSB and he also served as chairman of OPSC. So he was also chairman of Standing Committee of State PSC and Exam Reforms Committee. Okay, तो ये chair committee रा parliamentary committee रा से chairman थिले. Okay, he is okay. So he also remains as an academic faculty of IIT Bhubaneswar and Indraprastha University at New Delhi. All right, so he is on the board of advisors of many reputed educational institutions also. Okay, so actually he is a very versatile person. Okay, Brigadier LC Patnaik. Okay, now the next question: the first Arab country to be granted full membership of the FATF. Okay, so answer is Saudi Arabia. तो FATF ऊपर ठीक लिखिदवा FATF. It is the intergovernmental policy making and standard setting body aimed to combat money laundering and terror financing. Okay, sets international standards, promote national and international policies to fight ML and TF. Okay, so first it was established in 1989 during the G7 summit in Paris in response to rising concerns over money laundering. 2001 रे तार mandate expand करागला to include also terror financing. Okay, so 1989 रे first established ହେଇଥିଲା by the G7. So total membership ଏଠି ଦେଇଛି 39 members କରାହେଇଛି, but ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ ଦେଖିବ total membership 39 ଏଟା ଆମେ ଦେଖିବା. Okay, it includes India, USA, China, Saudi Arabia ଏସବୁ ଅଛନ୍ତି. Okay, membership ର criteria କ'ଣ ଅଛି? The country should be strategically important, ଯେମିତି population ଥିବ କି GDP ଭଲ ଥିବ କି financial sector ବହୁତ develop ଥିବ, ଯୋଉଥିରେ କି develop financial sector ଥିଲେ ଏଥିରୁ money laundering କି ପାଇଁ scope ଅଧିକା ରହିବ. Okay, it should adhere to globally accepted standards, participate in major organizations. Over 180 countries are affiliated to FATF style regional bodies. तो FATF ର direct member ଅଛନ୍ତି 39 ଜଣ, but ତାର FATF style regional body ବି ସବୁ ଅଛନ୍ତି, like Asia Pacific group, Eurasian group. Okay, so these groups are associated with FATF and these are associate groups of FATF and ୟାଙ୍କ ସାଙ୍ଗରେ regional countries ମାନଙ୍କର affiliation ଅଛି. Okay, about more than 180 countries. All right, so India became member in 2010 and also belongs to two FATF style regional bodies. Okay, तो FATF ର associated bodies जो सब अछंती, associated members like एटा जो APG हो, EAG, Eurasian group, EAG, APG. Okay, so these are the associated bodies, associated groups of under FATF. Okay, तो यांको संगरा affiliation अछि बहुत गुडा countries मानकर. Okay, so indirectly many countries are associated with FATF. Okay, through FATF style regional bodies, but ତାଙ୍କର main membership 39 countries. Okay, so main function होची research methods about money laundering and terror financing, develops global standards of AML and safety. Okay, countering financing of terrorism, anti money laundering, assess for countries effectiveness, regular reports to raise awareness. Government or private sector को भी help करे to take preventive actions. Okay, so FATF must commitment by members, they must endorse and implement the FATF recommendation, do mutual evaluation and evaluate others. Okay, तो जेते सब member माने अछंती से माने mutually evaluate करंती each other. Okay, and जदि के member who is found to be non-compliant, they are held accountable. Okay, so there are two lists, gray list and black list. Black list जोटा that is non-cooperative countries or territories, NCCT, they are involved in terror financing and money laundering. They face severe international sanction and economic restriction. Okay, so North Korea, Iran and Myanmar, currently these three countries are in blacklist. If you are included in blacklist, so severe international sanction लागिवो, economic restriction लागिजो, तुमको World Bank, IMF माने help करिवेनी. Okay, so I've got a grey list for countries seen as safe havens. Okay, though they are cooperative and under increased monitoring, but they are safe havens. Okay, so Pakistan प्राय এই grey list रे ही रुहे. All right, so consequences of FATF हम देखिए जेमती denial of financial aid from IMF, World Bank, ADB, European Union, and imposition of sanctions and restrictions. All right, so this is all about FATF. तो देखो तमर FATF रो वेबसाइट रे ही तमर 40टा मेंबर अछंती. ओके, 40टा मेंबर अछंती, बट रशियन फेडरेशन एटी स्टार मरा हिजी. FATF has suspended membership of Russian Federation in 2023. ओके, बट सस्पेंड ही करा हिजी, रशिया को पूरा परमानेंटली बाहर कर दिया जाएनी. आ ता वेबसाइट रे ही 40टा मेंबर देखौछ. ओके, 40 members are given in website. तो आमे टाको 39 कहिबा ना 40 members कहिबा. Okay, so that is the question. But I think जेहेतु रशिया को सस्पेंड करा हेजी, तो केते केते जगह रे 40 लिखुचंती, केते केते जगह रे 39 भी लिखुचंती. ओके, बट जेहेतु FATF रो वेबसाइट रे ही मेंबर्स लिस्ट रे देखो जेमति तमर FATF एटा FATF रो वेबसाइट. ओके, तो मेंबर FATF मेंबर्स रे जेहेतु 40 टा अछंती, तो आमे according to me एटा 40 members हो. Okay, because Russia has been suspended but it has not been dismissed. Okay, so एटा ही थिला. तो एबे देखो ए जो मेंबर माने अछंती याके तो सब जा कंट्री अछंती, but there are two regional organizations, that is Gulf Cooperation Council and European Commission. Okay, बाकी सब countries, but these two are regional members. please note that EU is European Union is not included here. Okay, that is European Commission ଅଛି. तो European Commission कौन? तो European Commission is the European Union's executive body, represents the interest of Europe as a whole, as opposed to interest of an individual country. Okay, it drafts proposal for European laws. It manages the day-to-day business of implementing EU policies and spending EU funds. Okay, so European Commission, it is the executive body of European Union. All right. So purpose of the Commission to propose new laws to European Parliament and the European Council, manage the EU budget, enforce EU law together with Court of Justice, represent the EU internationally by negotiating agreements between EU and other countries. Okay, and this is the European Commission. European Commission achi FATA member, not EU. And the Gulf Cooperation Council, these are 6 countries. Okay, 6 countries are Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Qatar, UAE, Oman. Okay, 6 countries bordering the Persian Gulf. These are the Gulf countries. This is it. Okay, this is Gulf country. This is it. Okay, so I think esabu sarla. Which first Arab country pacharchi? So Dubai to habani. Dubai is the most populous city of UAE. So it out a city. This is not a country. Dubai to habani. तो आंसर जदि साउदी अरेबिया तमे एटा जानछिले मे एटा सेदिन हमर करंट अफेयर तो एफएटीएफ रो ओके एफएटीएफ जानिया इम्पोर्टेंट तो एफएटीएफ इज ए रिकरिंग के तो तमे देखिले एफएटीएफ डज म्यूचुअल इवैल्यूएशन ऑलराइट सो इंडिया स्टेटस कोन इंडिया इज ऑलवेज अंडर रेगुलर फॉलो अप कैटेगरी ओके इंडिया status in FATF is okay. Regular follow-up category. This means it indicates good progress and there is no concern about ML and CFT in India. Okay. So I think this is all about FATF. All right. So next question. Numerous caves of Udagiri and Khandagiri hills in Odisha testify the so खंडगिरी एंड उदयगिरी हिल्स रे बुद्धिज्म रो किछि नथिला सेतरे जैनिज्म ही थिला ओके कंटिन्यूड एक्जिस्टेंस ऑफ जैन फेथ इन ओडिशा ए इज द आंसर तो बाकी जो ऑप्शन गुडा पॉपुलैरिटी ऑफ बुद्धिज्म एक्जिस्टेंस ऑफ बोथ बुद्धिज्म एंड जैनिज्म अशोक मेड स्पेशल कंट्रीब्यूशन टू एंशिएंट आर्ट ऑफ ओडिशा ओके अशोक वाज आल्सो ए बुद्धिस्ट सो तीन जन तीनटा का ऑप्शन बुद्धिज्म रिलेटेड सो ऑप्शन ए इज द आंसर तो खंडगिरी उदयगिरी ऊपर ठीक देखि दबा ओके so these two caves खंडगिरी एंड उदयगिरी hills earlier these were called the Kattaka caves okay Kattaka जो तमरो okay Kattaka गुम्फा खंडगिरी एंड उदयगिरी were called the Kattaka caves earlier okay तो यांको ऊपर टिके देखि दबा उदयगिरी और खंडगिरी ऊपर तो देखो उदयगिरी एंड खंडगिरी they are approximately 135 and 118 foot so Udayagiri is taller 135 foot Khandagiri tar short height अछि okay so in total there are 33 rock cut caves of Udayagiri okay sorry there are 33 rock cut caves Udayagiri re 18 टा cave अछि Khandagiri re 15 टा cave अछि okay 18 plus 15 33 most of the caves are found to be single storied but there are also double storied buildings as well double storied caves Udayagiri means sunrise hill okay Udayagiri is also called the Kumari hills okay Khandagiri is called the Kumara hills तो तमे गोटे मे भी गोटे ट्रिक मन रखि परिबो तमरो बुद्धंकर तमे मारा विजय तमे गोटे एपिसोड अछि बुद्धंक लाइफ रे मारा विजय माने द फाइनल स्टेज आफ्टर व्हिच बुद्ध अटेंड निर्वाण ओके मारा विजय मारा होछि जे राक्षसी थला जोटा कि बुद्धंक बहुत डिस्टर्ब करथला मारा मींस इल्यूजन ओके तो जोटा मारा अछि मारा वर्ड अछि दैट कैन नॉट बी एसोसिएटेड विथ सनराइज ऑलराइट जोटी मारा अछि सेठी सनराइज हे परिबनी सनराइज इज रिलेटेड टू उदयगिरी उदय माने सूर्य उदय जोटा कि ओके सनराइज हिल उदयगिरी सो उदयगिरी होची कुमारी हिल्स ओके मारा आज कुमार रे मारा अछि तो उदयगिरीटा कुमार हे परिबनी ओके तो एटा ए दिटार कंफ्यूजन टिके रुए तो एमती मु मन रखिछि मारा सनराइज संगे एसोसिएटेड हे परिबनी सनराइज इज एसोसिएटेड विथ उदयगिरी दैट्स व्हाई उदयगिरी इज कुमारी हिल्स ओके again sunrise hill so that's why it is the higher hill okay this is the higher hill as you have seen it is 135 foot right so this is the sunrise hill. There are 18 caves. Again, एथिरे sunrise जेतु उदय एथिरे अधिका cave अछि. खंडगिरी रे 15 टा cave अछि. All right. So there are 18 caves. The caves are numbered. Okay. तो उदयगिरी रे अछि रानी गुम्फा cave, Queen's cave, which is a double storied cave. Okay. It is the most impressive among all the caves. It is decorated with king's victorious scenes, religious processions, okay, and royal court pictures. Another major cave is the Ganesha Gumpha, okay, located just above Rani Gumpha. Bagha Gumpha bhi gote achi. In the Gumphara mouth is in the shape of a tiger. Another important cave is Hathi Gumpha, elephant cave, with beautiful statues of elephants equipped on the gate. Okay, and some of the rock engraving also speak about the Chedi dynasty. Okay, Udagiri caves upare ଆଉ detail ଆମେ ଦେଖିବା ଆହୁରି. Khandagiri cave means broken hill. It has 15 caves. There are a couple of giant temples along with caves. Okay, Khandagiri caves रे temple भी ଅଛି ଆଜି. Here, most of the caves are named on the scenes and pictures of the walls of the cave. Like Tattoa cave, what achi? Tattoa cave. This is named after carvings of two parrots. Okay, Totta jota Tattoa cave. Okay, on the door curvature, Ananta Gumpha, most interesting cave. After the design of serpents on the door arches, that is Ananta Gumpha. Right, ଯେମିତି ସବୁ carving ଅଛି of women, children, athletes. Navami Navamuni Gumpha. Okay, originally residential Navamuni Gumpha. This is named after the nine Tirthankaras that are designed on the back and right walls of the cave. Okay, so Navamuni Gumpha, it's in Khandagiri. Okay, ଆଉ ଟିକେ ଦେଖିଦବା detail ରେ ତମର ଖଣ୍ଡଗିରି and ଉଦୟଗିରି twin hills, historically called Kumara and Kumari Parvata. Okay, ମୁଁ କହିଲି ତମକୁ କେମିତି ମନେ ରଖିବ. One of the earliest example of joint rock cut architecture in Eastern India. All right, they are significant for contribution to art, history, religion, rock cut architecture. Udayagiri 18 cave, Khandagiri 15 cave. Excavation began in 1st century BC under King Kharavela and his successors. Rock hewing activities, ମାନେ rock ରେ ଯୋଉ ସବୁ କାମ ହଉଛି, continued till the Sabuvanshi period in 10th and 11th century AD. All right. So most of the cave has rows of cells opening into courtyards, okay, with doorways flanked by pilaster. Okay, so in pilaster word, pilasters, animal figures, arches, and flowers, arches that are decorated with flowers and animal motifs and creepers. Okay, so तुम्हारा architecture art, ancient architecture pilaster word टा बहुत थोड़ा तुम्हें आसुथुवा, you should have encountered with this word. So what is that? In pilaster medieval architecture ରେ ତ ଦେଖ ତମର ଏମିତି ଯୋଉ ସବୁ ବିଲ୍ଡିଂ ଟା ଥିବ ତ ବିଲ୍ଡିଂ ଚାରିପଟେ ପିଲର ଭଳିଆ ଥିବ. ଓକେ, ବିଲ୍ଡିଂ ଚାରିପଟେ ଦିସ୍ ପିଲର ଗୁଡା ଥିବ. These pillars are called the pilaster. ଓକେ, ପିଲାଷ୍ଟର ଅଛି, ତା ଉପରେ ଗୋଟେ ଆର୍କ ଭଳିଆ ଟାଇପ ଅଛି. ଓକେ, ଆର୍କ ଭଳିଆ ଷ୍ଟ୍ରକ୍ଚର ଅଛି, ତା ଭିତରେ ଏଇଟା ତମର ଏଣ୍ଟ୍ରାନ୍ସ. ଓକେ, ଏଇ ଆର୍କ ରେ ତମର ବହୁତ ଗୁଡେ କିଛି ଏନଗ୍ରେଭିଂ ହେଇଥିବ କି ଡେକୋରେସନ ହେଇଥିବ କି ଯାହା ବି ତମର ହେଇଥିବ. ଓକେ, ତ these are pilasters. Alright, ତ ଏଇ ଯୋଉ ଗୁମ୍ଫା ଯୋଉ ଅଛି ସେ ଗୁମ୍ଫାର ଏଣ୍ଟ୍ରାନ୍ସ ରେ ବି ଏମିତି ପିଲାଷ୍ଟର ଟାଇପ structure ବି ଅଛି. Okay, most caves have rows of cells opening into courtyards with doorways flanked by pilasters. All right, pilaster ଉପରେ ଅଲଗା ଯାହା ବି ସବୁ ଡେକୋରେସନ ହେଇଛି. ତ caves are adorned with structural panels, frieze depicting legends, historical events, religious ritual, dance performance. Okay, individual guard, Vidyadhara, floral and geometry pattern. So Vidyadhara are characters that are shown to be engaged in meditation or rejoicing with music and dance or daily activities. Okay, so तमरा Jainism रे Vidyadharas, they are considered to be humans with advanced vidyas like mystical powers and abilities. Okay, so Jainism रे Vidyadhara are advanced humans. Okay, advanced humans ତାଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ ସବୁ ବିଦ୍ୟା ଅଛି, ବିଦ୍ୟା ଯୋଉଟା କି mystical power. Okay, in Jainism. ହିନ୍ଦୁଇଜିମ ରେ ବି ବିଦ୍ୟାଧର ମାନଙ୍କର ସେଇ ମାନେ ଲୋକ ଯୋଉମାନେ କି ନର୍ମାଲ ଆକ୍ଟିଭିଟି କରୁଛନ୍ତି, ମେଡିଟେସନ କରୁଛନ୍ତି କି ମ୍ୟୁଜିକ କି ଡାନ୍ସ ଏସବୁ କରୁଛନ୍ତି. ଓକେ, the artistic quality surpasses that of contemporary work at Barhat and Sanchi. Barhat and Sanchi are contemporary of the Khandagiri and Udayagiri caves. So here the works are much better than this, displaying advanced skill in rendering human figures from multiple angles. Okay, religious significance, residence of Jaina monks. Okay, so it gives two glimpses of life, clothing and ornament, music, dance, sporting in lakes, okay, romantic scenes, dance and orchestra appear to be dominated by women performers. Okay, तो किसी किसी केव अच्छी significant केव रानी गुम्फा जोड़ा में देखले उदयगिरी अच्छी, it is the most imposing cave and it is double storied. Other double storied cave अच्छी include the स्वर्गपुरी, मंचपुरी, जया विजय. हाथी गुंफा केव जोटा कि से उदयगिरी रे दिस हाथी गुंफा केव रे ही तमरा फेमस इंस्क्रिप्शन ऑफ खारबेल अछि ओके लोकेटेड ऑन दिस रूट about 13 lines okay this inscription is the earliest royal chapter in eastern India all right that documents the achievements of Kharavela so this complex is the oldest known example of rock cut architecture in eastern India apart from the Barabar and Lomos Rishi caves in Gaya all right so it is a these caves are testament to early Jaina life rock cut architecture sophistication and they provide rich historical cultural religious information about 1st century BC till the 11th century AD the Somavanshi times okay so this is all about the Khandagiri and Udayagiri caves एतरे बुद्धिज्म रा सेमति किछि इन्फ्लुएंस नाही all right so देखो ए क्वेश्चन दा which of the following inscriptions indicates that Ashokan inscriptions indicate that he did not abolish the capital punishment okay so एटा मु बहुत रिसर्च कली बट एटा मते मिलला नहीं एग्जैक्टली तो एटा हम नेक्स्ट क्लास डिस्कस करबा okay question number 16 all right so we'll discuss in next class so now comes the next question which of the following is a rock cut sculpture of the Mauryan period all right तो चारटा ऑप्शन दीजिए धौली एलिफेंट ओके परखम यक्ष रामपुरवा बुल लायन फ्रॉम सांची ओके तो आंसर इज धौली एलिफेंट it belongs to the Mauryan era okay this elephant was done during the Mauryan period during during Ashoka's reign in 272 to 231 BC all right अशोकଙ୍କ टाइम रे ही ए धौली एलिफेंट हेइतला तो ए धौली एलिफेंट ऊपर टिके देखिदवा ओके तो देखो अशोकଙ୍କ टाइम रे से बहुत गुडे एडिक्ट छाडुथले ओके तमे जानछ जेमति रॉक एडिक्ट पिलर एडिक्ट ओके एम सब सो एडिक्ट माने कोन ओके तो एटा आज ही मन रख एडिक्ट इज एन ऑर्डर और प्रोक्लेमेशन तो जेमति प्रोक्लेमेशन ऑफ इमरजेंसी होची इट इज एन ऑर्डर issued by a person of authority issued by an authority okay edict माने it is an order issued by a person of authority okay so edict होची गोटा order तो तमरो अशोकंकर जेमति तमरो edict सब types अछि like the pillar edict rock edict की cave edict all right तो तो these are the edicts तो तमरो कौन हुए ना तमरो देखि देखिथिबा सपोज जेमति तमरो 14टा पिलर एडिक्ट अछि सपोज अशोकर 14टा मेजर पिलर एडिक्ट अछि अशोकंकर ओके 14टा मेजर पिलर एडिक्ट माने 14टा मेजर इंस्ट्रक्शन 14टा ऑर्डर ओके तो सपोज होल ओवर इंडिया अछि कि पूरा एंटायर कंट्री अछि तो गोटे जगह रे गोटे पिलर उठै देबे से पिलर रे 14टा इंस्ट्रक्शन जदी लिखा हिथिबो देन दैट सेटा गोटे पिलर एडिक्ट दैट हैज ऑल दी 14टा इंस्ट्रक्शन ओके तो बहुत जगह रे तमर सब पिलर अछि रॉक अछि कि गुंफा अछि तो से सब जगह सब इंस्ट्रक्शन इनस्क्राइब करा हिच तो को नंबर इंस्ट्रक्शन रे कोन लिखा हिच तो दैट इज द क्वेश्चन ओके तो एटी क्वेश्चन जो अछि तो म कैपिटल पनिशमेंट को रिमूव करा हिचला को नंबर एडिक्ट रे लिखा हिच एडिक्ट माने होजी तमरो ऑर्डर एई ऑर्डर टा तमरो केते नंबर रे आछि ओके तमरो रॉक मानकर किछ ऑर्डर इनस्क्राइब करा हिच पिलर मानकर भी किछ इनस्क्राइब करा हिच ओके सेपरेट कॉलिंग एडिक्ट कोडा अछि जोटा हम देखिबा ओके तो these orders can be found in many places okay तो suppose एठी गोटे पिलर अछि एठी गोटे पिलर अछि तो एई पिलर रे suppose 1 to 6 एडिक्ट इनस्क्राइब करा अछि एई पिलर रे भी 1 to 6 एडिट करा हिथिबो किंतु सेटा अलग जगह रे थिबो ओके तो एमिति भाबन जे 14टा पिलर एडिट माने 14टा अलग अलग जगह रे 14टा जगह रे अलग अलग पिलर रे लिखा हिची नाही सेमिति नाही तमरो अशोक ताका धम्म तमे जानिଛ अशोक ट्राई टू प्रोपागेट हिज धम्म तो धम्म प्रोपागेट करिया पई से बहुत गुडे स्टेप्स नहीं थे जमी अलग जगह सब मेसेंजर पठे कि ये सब एडिक्ट गुड़ा सब इंस्टॉल करते तो अलग अलग जगह सेम ऑर्डर को अलग अलग जगह सब इंस्टॉल कराई ऑलराइट so that is the concept of edicts अशोकन edicts okay तो धौली एलिफेंट ऊपर देख दवा ऑलराइट तो तमरो तम जेमती तमे जानछ तमरो 14 टा ओके सेटा 40 सॉरी एटा पिलर एडिक्ट नो 14 टा मेजर तमरो रॉक एडिक्ट्स ओके 14 टा तमरो रॉक एडिक्ट्स ओके 14 मेजर रॉक एडिक्ट अच्छी तमर अशोकंकर ओके बट तमर ए 14 टा जिंस सब जगह इनस्क्राइब हेतिबो ए 14 टा ही ऑर्डर ओके 14 टा ऑर्डर सब इनस्क्राइब करा हेतिबो तमर कलिंग रे कोन हेची जतल धौली तमर जतल कलिंग विजय कले अशोक ओके आफ्टर द कलिंग वार अप टू 61 बीसी सो कोन हेची द धौली एरिया रे ओके तमर ए जो एलिफेंट तयारी करा गला ओके सो ए एलिफेंट तमर ए एलिफेंट ता तमे धौली एबे गले भी देखि परिबो एटा जस्ट तार फ्रंट टा ही करा हेजी टोटल करा हेनी तमे एठु भी देखिले तमर धौली टेंपल देखि परिबो के धौली पछपटे गोटे जगन्नाथ टेंपल अछि बदे ओके सेटा भी एठु व्यू देखा जाय ऑलराइट सो तमर ए जो एलिफेंट एडिक्ट जो ए जो एलिफेंट थियरी हेजी दिस वाज डन ड्यूरिंग द अशोकस रेन ऑन द सेम रॉक ए जो रॉक अछि एई रॉक ऊपर तमर अशोकन एडिक्ट अछि अशोकन ऑर्डर अछि फ्रॉम द ऑर्डर 1 to 10 and the 14th XIV तो आम जानले जमी 14 टा ऑर्डर अच्छी 14 टा ऑर्डर रु 1 रु 10 ऑर्डर एठी अच्छी ए एलिफेंट जो रॉक रु तयार हेजी सेही रॉक रे ही तमर 1 रु 10 नंबर ऑर्डर अच्छी आ 14 नंबर ऑर्डर अच्छी बाकी तीनटा एडिट नाही तीनटा ऑर्डर नाही ओके सेही तीनटा ऑर्डर जेहेतु नाही ता पई आउ दीटा एक्स्ट्रा एडिट आउ दीटा एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डर करा हेची दैट इज द 15th and 16th order okay so these orders are called the separate Kalinga edict okay the two Kalinga edicts sometimes called edicts XB and XBI this is the 15th and 16th order they are substitute for three edicts that is the edict number 11 edict number 11 on charity and kinship of mankind edict number 12 on religious tolerance edict number 13th on Kalinga war and the change of heart okay 13th number edict be important तमे मन रखियो एई थ्रू ही आ जाना पड़ची आफ्टर कलिंग वार अशोक चेंज हिज हार्ट ओके तो एई 11 12 13 नंबर एडिक्ट एई हाथी ऊपर नाही तमरो देखिले जेमति म कहली 1 रु 10 अछि आ 14 नंबर अछि 11 12 13 नाही या पई तमरो 15th और 16th एडिक्ट करा हैछि एईटा को ही सेपरेट कलिंग एडिक्ट कुहा जाय ऑलराइट सो these two edicts they these two edicts are addressed to officials administering the conquered territory concerning the problem of morality administration of justice reducing the apprehension of neighboring people and promoting international peace all right so these two Kalinga edicts are found at ଗୋଟେ ତ ଏଠି ଧଉଳି ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ହଉଛି ତମର ଜଉଗଡ଼ এটা currently in Ganjam so this is a ruined fortress during the of the Mauryan times okay এটা ancient period ରେ ତମକୁ ସମପା ବି କୁହା ହଉଥିଲା ସମପା okay ancient period ରେ ଜଉଗଡ଼କୁ ସମପା ବି କୁହା ହଉଥିଲା all right so this is all about the edicts of Ashoka तो এই জিনিসটা মনে রাখো এডিক্ট মানে নুহ যে 14টা এডিক্ট মানে 14টা ডিফরেন্ট জায়গায় ডিফরেন্ট অর্ডর থিব নাই গোটাই জায়গায় গোটে সপোজ পিলর কি রক হবো পিଲର କି ରକ୍ ରେ 14ଟା ଜିନିଷ ଲେଖାଯିବ ସେମ୍ ଜିନିଷ ଅଲଗା ସପୋଜ ଗ୍ରୀକ କି ଖରସ୍ତି ଲାଙ୍ଗୁଏଜ ରେ ଅଲଗା ଜାଗାରେ ଲେଖାଯିବ ଅଲରାଇଟ୍ ସୋ these are all about the Ashokan edicts okay now option ଅଛି ତମର ଧଉଳି ଏଲିଫାଣ୍ଟ ଗଲା ପରଖମ ୟକ୍ଷ okay so this is the image of Parkham Yaksha this is the front side this is the back side okay so this this Yaksha image is about this is a massive image about 2.6 meter tall all right 2.6 meters tall यार जदि time period it is around 200 to 50 BC so this is the time period of this sculpture तो यार जो base अछि यार गोड़ पाखरे जो base अछि ए base रे किछि ब्राह्मी inscription रे लिखा हिच okay okay ब्राह्मी script रे ब्राह्मी inscription रे किछि लिखा हिच okay सेइथरो जणा पड़े this yaksha is dedicated to the yaksha deity Manibhadra okay please note that 2 meter 2.6 meter this is a very tall statue so this statue was discovered at Parkham in UP okay Parkham in UP so this place is near Mathura right near Mathura so this is also this can also be included under the Mathura school of art okay the Parkham Yaksha okay next comes the Rampurva bull all right Rampurva bull तुम देखि दवा ठीक है okay Rampurva this is a place in Bihar नियर बाय टू दी नेपाल बॉर्डर ओके तो सेई जगारू तमरो दीटा पिलर अणा ओके तो देखिदवा रामपुरवा तो रामपुरवा कैपिटल फास्ट आम देखिदा कैपिटल कौन तापर मोरियन ऊपर बुझीदा रामपुरवा कैपिटल अरे पेयर ऑफ अशोकन पिलर्स ओके दीटा पिलर अछि discovered around 1876 by ACL Carlyle okay so this site is located in western Champaran district near the Indo-Nepal border there are two capitals okay the lion capital and the bull capital okay तो अशोकଙ୍କ टाइम रे जो सब पिलर सब तयारी होतला तार टिके आर्किटेक्चर तो एमती देखि दो एमती थिला ओके फर्स्ट तो होची पिलर अछि तो सेठी अशोक किछि इंस्क्रिप्शन लिखिसंती ओके तांकर जो एडिक्ट जो कहिछि पिलर एडिक्ट माने पिलर रे ऑर्डर नंबर 1 2 3 एम सब लिखिसंती ओके तो तापळे कुशण भी लिखि दैछंती ता सेही पिलर रे गुप्त भी लिखि दैछंती सेही पिलर रे ओके तो अशोकन इंस्क्रिप्शन तो एटा हमें सारनाथ पिलर ऊपर देखुचे एटा ओके तो तांकर केमती स्ट्रक्चर अछि फास्ट गोटे शाफ्ट अछि ओके शाफ्ट ऊपर गोटे इन्वर्टेड शेप रो लोटस अछि ओके इन्वर्टेड बेल शेप्ड भेस अछि कवर्ड विथ इन्वर्टेड लोटस ओके गोटे लोटस इन्वर्टेड शेप हेकी अछि तापर गोटे अबाकस अछि दिस इज ए व्हील लाइक स्ट्रक्चर एटी तमरो अशोक चक्र अछि ओके बाकी चारटा एनिमल अछंती हम सेटा कहबी परे ओके देन द कैपिटल रेफर्स टू द एनिमल ओके এই जो पिलर ऊपर को एनिमल अछि that refers to the capital of the pillar okay that refers to the capital so रामपुरवारे दीटा पिलर अछि अशोक पिलर ता सेई पिलर ऊपर गोटे होछि लायन कैपिटल गोटे होछि बुल कैपिटल ऑलराइट so रामपुरवा बुल refers to this bull capital found at रामपुरवा okay so the lion pillar so lion टा जो पिलर ऊपर थिला that pillar bears the edict number 1 रु 6 पोषक तो देखो एडिक्ट 1 रु 6 अछि एई पिलर रे तो देखो तो सेही एडिक्ट एमती न जे 6टा जगह रे अलग अलग ऑर्डर थियो गोटा जगह रे 6टा ऑर्डर ही अछि okay the bull pillar has no inscription likely because the lion pillar already contained the edict making repetition unnecessary तो पाखे पाखे पिलर अछि तो दीटा जगह रे सेम जिंस कोन पय लिखिबो सेत पय लिखि नांती मोस्ट प्रोबेबली ओके तो देखो रामपुरवा तो तोले फास्ट एक्सकावेशन हेइतला सो दिस इज द पिलर दिस इज द लायन ओके नाउ दिस देखो जेमती अशोकन पिलर रो मु जेमती देखेली तमरो डिजाइन फास्ट पिलर अछि तापर गोटे इन्वर्टेड बेल शेप लोटस अछि तापर गोटे अबाकस अछि तापर तमरो कैपिटल अछि द एनिमल ओके तो एठी इन्वर्टेड लोटस शेप अछि ता इन्वर्टेड लोटस शेप तापर गोटे अबाकस ता ऊपर तमरो कैपिटल एनिमल कैपिटल ओके सो ता तो या तो मुंडटा नाही एबे तो एटा होची पिलर ओके सो सी दिस इज एबे एटा म्यूजियम रे अछि ऑलराइट तो एटा हला तमरो रामपुरवा लायन कैपिटल नेक्स्ट कम्स द बुल कैपिटल जेंती एस्टाब्लिश्ड इन 1907 तो पिलर एंट्री पडिची बुल टा एठी अछि ओके सो दिस इज द बुल तो रामपुरवा बुल टुडे इट इज दिस बुल इज प्लेस्ड एट द फ्रंट ऑफ राष्ट्रपति भवन ओके तो एला तम देखि तो देखा रामपुरवा बुल तो मसकान पिला ओके तो पॉलिश सैंडस्टोन रे तयारी राष्ट्रपति भवन रे तयारी राष्ट्रपति भवन आगे आज अछि ओके सेम की एग्जैक्ट डिजाइन फर्स्ट तो तमरो पिलर रे थिला तळे तापर इन्वर्टेड लोटस तापर अबाकस तापर कैपिटल एनिमल कैपिटल ऑलराइट सो दिस इज द बुल ऑलराइट सो को क्वेश्चन हम पचारतला तुचे तो फॉलोइंग जे रॉकेट स्ट्रक्चर ओके धोले डिपेंड रामपुरवा बुल ओके रामपुरवा बुल तो जानलो ओके तो आ गोटे जिंस देखो हमर नेशनल एम्ब्लेम रे जो हमर नेशनल एम्ब्लेम रे एबे जो लायन सिंबल अछि चारटा लायन अछंती so that has been derived from the sarnath pillar okay that has been derived from the sarnath lion pillar okay sarnath lion capital okay sarnath so this sarnath this place is near Varanasi in UP. So it is believed that in Sarnath, Lord Buddha gave his first sermon. Okay. जेहेतु first sermon ଦେଇଥିଲେ ତାଙ୍କର ସେ sermon ରୁ ଧର୍ମ ଚକ୍ର ପ୍ରବର୍ତ୍ତନ start ହେଲା okay तो ଏଇ ଯୋଉ ଏଇ ସାରନାଥ ଯୋଉ ପିଲାର ତିଆରି ହେଇଛି ୟା ପରେ ଯୋଉ ଲାଇନ କ୍ୟାପିଟାଲ ଅଛି ତା ଉପରେ ଗୋଟେ ଚକ୍ର ଅଛି this ଚକ୍ର denotes the ଧର୍ମ ଚକ୍ର ପ୍ରବର୍ତ୍ତନ okay ତ ଆଜିକାର ଆମର ଯୋଉ ନ୍ୟାସନାଲ ଏମ୍ବ୍ଲେମ ଆମେ ଆଡପ୍ଟ କରୁଛୁ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆର ତ ଏଥିରେ ଖାଲି ଏତିକି ଅଛି ओके एतरे आबाकस अछि आ लाइन कैपिटल अछि एई चक्रटा त नाही ओके एई चक्रटा नाही बिकॉज़ एटा देखो ओरिजिनल पिलर ए चक्रटा थिला ऑलराइट ए व्हीलटा थिला So Sarnath pillar has been adopted as the national emblem of India. Okay, so it but the national emblem does not include this bell shaped lotus and the wheel. All right. Sarnath re tomar Buddha first version ଦେଇଥିଲେ. All right. So next option ଦେଇଛି the lion from Sanchi. Okay. ଗୋଟେ ତ ସାରନାଥ ରେ ଲାୟନ ଅଛି ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଅଛି ସାଞ୍ଚି ରେ ଗୋଟେ ଲାୟନ ଅଛି ସାଞ୍ଚି this place is in ସାଞ୍ଚି ତମର ସାଞ୍ଚି ସ୍ତୂପ ମଧ୍ୟପ୍ରଦେଶ ଯୋଉଟା କି তুমি ଜାଣିଛ ଓକେ ତ ସାରନାଥ ର ଯୋଉ ଲାୟନ କ୍ୟାପିଟାଲ ଅଛି ଏଇଟା ହଉଛି this was made of polished sandstone okay এটা ବହୁତ ହି ବଢିଆ ଚିକ୍କଣ ଥିଲା ବହୁତ ପଲିସ ଥିଲା so that's why it has been adopted ତମର ସାଞ୍ଚିରେ ଯୋଉ ଲାଇନ ଅଛି ଏକ୍ଜାକ୍ଟଲି ସେମିତି ଚାରିଟା ଫେସ ରେ ଚାରିଟା ଲାଇନ ଫେସ ଅଛି ବଟ ଏକ୍ଜାକ୍ଟଲି ସେମିତି ଯେମିତି ତମର ଯୋଉ ପିଲା ଯେମିତି ଇନଭର୍ଟର ଲୋଟସ ଅଛି ତାପରେ ଗୋଟେ ଆବାକସ ଅଛି ତାପରେ ଲାଇନ ଚାରିଟା ଅଛନ୍ତି ଓକେ ବଟ ସାଞ୍ଚି ସ୍ତୂପର କଣ ହେଇଛି ତମର ଉପରେ ଏମିତି ଷ୍ଟ୍ରକ୍ଚର ଅଛି ଚକ୍ର ଭଳିଆ କିଛି ଅଛି ବଟ କିଛି ଗୋଟେ ଏକ୍ସଟ୍ରା ଆଡିସନ ଅଛି ଯୋଉଟା କି ଏଇଟା ହଉଛି ତମର ସାରନାଥ ସାରନାଥ ପିଲାରେ ଏଇଟା ତମର ଧର୍ମଚକ୍ର ହିଁ ଥିଲା କେବଳ ଧର୍ମଚକ୍ର ଥିଲା ଓକେ ବଟ ତମର ସାଞ୍ଚିରେ ତମର ଟିକେ ଏକ୍ସଟ୍ରା ଆଡିସନ ଏମିତି ସବୁ ଅଛି ଓକେ so this is not the ଧର୍ମଚକ୍ର so the difference ଅଛି and again this lion capital is not as much polished and refined as the Sarnath lion capital alright again ତମର ଏଇ ଯୋଉ ସାଞ୍ଚିର କ୍ୟାପିଟାଲ ଯୋଉ ତାର ଆବାକସ ରେ କିଛି ଅଲଗା ଅଲଗା ଜିନିଷ ଅଛି ଓକେ ଜଷ୍ଟ ଲାଇକ ଦିସ୍ ଇଜ ଏ ଫ୍ଲେମ୍ ଡିଜାଇନ ଓକେ ତ ଏଠି ନିଆଁ ବାହାରିଲା ଭଳିଆ କିଛି ଡିଜାଇନ ହେଇଛି ଆଉ ଏଥିରେ ଗୋଟେ ପେୟାର ଅଫ ଗିଜ୍ ଅଛି ଏ ଯୋଉ ବତକ ଯୋଉ ବତକ ଏଥିରେ ଦିଟା ବତକ ଅଛନ୍ତି ଓକେ ସାଞ୍ଚି ଦିସ୍ ଇଜ ଦି ସାଞ୍ଚି ଲାୟନ କ୍ୟାପିଟାଲ Sanchi land capital. Okay. And the capital that we have adopted for India is the Sarnath land capital. Sarnath land capital ରେ ତମର ଯେମିତି ଆବାକସ ଅଛି ଆବାକସ ରେ ଫାଷ୍ଟ ଧର୍ମଚକ୍ର ଅଛି ଏଥିରେ ଚାରିଟା ଆନିମଲ ଅଛନ୍ତି ଚାରିଟା ଆନିମଲ ତମେ ଜାଣିଥିବ ଏଇଟା ହର୍ସ ହର୍ସ ବୁଲ ଲାୟନ ଆଣ୍ଡ ଏଲିଫାଣ୍ଟ ତ ଏଲିଫାଣ୍ଟ ଏ ସବୁ ଏଲିଫାଣ୍ଟ denotes the life of Buddha when Queen Maya dreamed that elephant entered her womb. The elephant denotes the path of Lord Buddha. The bull denotes the again the astronomical sign of Lord Buddha because Buddha was born with the Taros sign. Okay, जो वृष राशि. Okay, बुद्धଙ୍କର वृष ରାଶି ଥିଲା. Then the horse denotes ଯେତେବେଳେ ସେ ତାଙ୍କ ଘର ଛାଡିକି ଜଙ୍ଗଲକୁ ଗଲେ ବୁଦ୍ଧ when Buddha left his palace with his horse କଣ୍ଟକ. Then କଣ୍ଟକ ସେ horse ର ନାଁ ଥିଲା. Then comes the lion. Lion denotes enlightenment of Buddha. That also denotes that Buddha started his teachings. Okay. ତ ତାପରେ ତମ ଧର୍ମଚକ୍ର ଏଇଟା ଧର୍ମଚକ୍ର ପ୍ରବର୍ତ୍ତନ ଷ୍ଟାର୍ଟ ହେଲା ତ ଏଥିରେ ଚାରିଟା ଆନିମଲ ଅଛନ୍ତି ଓକେ ସାରନାଥ ଆବାକସ ରେ ଏଥିରେ ଦିଟା ଅଛନ୍ତି ଗୋଟେ ବତକ ଦିଟା ଅଛନ୍ତି ପେୟାର ବତକ ଓକେ ଇଂଲିଶ ଆଣ୍ଡ ଦି ଫ୍ଲେମ୍ ଲାଇକ୍ ସମଥିଙ୍ଗ ଓକେ ଫ୍ଲେମ୍ ଲାଇକ୍ କିଛି ଅଛି ଡିଜାଇନ ରାଇଟ ତ ତ ଆଇ ଗେସ୍ ଏଇଟା ହଉଛି ତମର ଜାଣିପାରିଲ ତମର ମୋରିୟନ ଆର୍କିଟେକ୍ଚର ଉପରେ କିଛି କିଛି ଜାଣିଲ ଓକେ now comes the next question. The Sun Temple at Gaya during the Sultanate period has an inscription containing the name of the Sultan twice. Who is the Sultan? Okay. तो तुम्हें चारटा ऑप्शन देखो तो चारटा ऑप्शन जेमती अछि तमरो OCS 2018 जोटा हम ऑलरेडी डिस्कस करछे तमरो क्वेश्चन नंबर 25 जो देखिबो ठीक है क्वेश्चन नंबर 25 देखो पचाची OCS 2018 रे Alauddin Khilji, Firoz Shah Tughlaq, Muhammad bin Tughlaq and Iltutmish. तो ଏଥିରେ ବି ସେମ୍ ଆଲାଉଦ୍ଦିନ ଖିଲଜି ମୋହାମ୍ମଦ ବିନ ତୁଗଲକ ଫିରୋଜ ଶାହ ତୁଗଲକ ପଚାରି ଦେଇଛି ଖାଲି ଏଇ ଅପସନ ଟା ଚେଞ୍ଜ ହେଇଛି ଓକେ ତ ଏଇ ତିନିଟା ଅପସନ ଆମେ ପୁରା ଡିଟେଲରେ ଡିସ୍କସ କରୁଛୁ ଲାଷ୍ଟ କ୍ଲାସରେ ଓକେ ଏଇ ଖାଲି ଅପସନ ରହିଲା କୁତୁବୁଦ୍ଦିନ ମୁବାରକ ଖାଲଜି the Sun Temple at Gaya during Sultanate period had an inscription containing the name of the Sultan twice. Who is the Sultan? So answer is Firoz Shah Tughlaq. Okay. So about which temple this question is referring to? The Dakshina Orka temple at Gaya. Gaya. Okay. So this is the temple, Dakshina Orka temple at Gaya. We have this temple has a Surya Kund. Okay. Surya Kund, jota ki Dakshina Manas tank hochi in front of the temple. Okay. So this temple has a granite image of Aditya. Aditya is the image here referred to as Dakshina Orka or the sun god. And this sun god is portrayed as wearing a jacket and a waist girdle and high boots in the Iranian style. Okay, so it is believed that this temple may have been built by descendants from the higher worshippers of Central Asia. Because ତମେ ଜାଣିଛ ଯୋଉ କୁଷଣର ବି ଯୋଉ ଷ୍ଟାଚ୍ୟୁ ଆସିଥିଲା ତମେ କୁଷଣର ଯୋଉ headless statue, but the statue had was wearing high boots and a coat, long coat. Okay, that is characteristic of the Central Asian people. Okay, so maybe ଏଠିକି ସୂର୍ଯ୍ୟ ଦେବତାଙ୍କୁ ସେମିତିକି ଦେଖାଯାଇଛି, wearing a jacket and waist button and high boots in the Iranian tradition. Okay, so maybe ଏଟା ସେଣ୍ଟ୍ରାଲ ଏସିଆରୁ ଲୋକମାନେ ଯୋଉମାନେ ଆସିଛନ୍ତି ସେଇମାନେ ଏଇ worshipper ମାନେ high worshipper, they may have built this temple. Okay, ଏଇଟା just କୁହାଯାଏ, but again this temple coin structure date back to 13th century, where the South Indian Emperor Pratap Rudra of Warangal in Andhra Pradesh is said to have built it. Okay, he built it, but this has influence from Central Asia also. Okay, so Sun Temple at Gaya, it faces east. To the east of the temple is the Surya Kunda. Okay, temple is simple and plain with a dome over it. Okay, dome to the Bhangi, but it has a dome. Okay, there are two other notable temples at Gaya: the Uttara Arka temple. Okay, and the Gaya Aditya temple near the river Phalgu. Okay, Gaya re mo tinta temple ଅଛି, ଗୋଟେ ଦକ୍ଷିଣ ଅର୍କ, ଗୋଟେ ଉତ୍ତର ଅର୍କ, ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଗୟା ଆଦିତ୍ୟ. Okay, so ଏଇ temple ରେ ତମର inscription ଅଛି of Feroz Shah Tughlaq. Okay, so as you have seen, this was built during the 10th century. Feroz Shah Tughlaq ତାଙ୍କର reign କେତେବେଳେ ଥିଲା? 1351 to 1388. Okay, 1351 to 1388. This is the FST, Feroz Shah Tughlaqର reign. Okay, so ଏଥିରେ inscription ରେ ଲେଖା ହେଇଛି that Feroz Shah Tughlaq built a inn. Okay, he built an inn. Inn is a resting place, ଯୋଉଟା କି ତମ ସରାଇ କୁହାଯାଏ. Okay, this is a resting place or sarai. So that is mentioned in the inscription. Okay, this inscription is dated to 1359 around. Okay, so most probably same time रे ही Feroz Shah Tughlaq ଥିଲେ, तो same time रे यही inscription ଟା लिखिଛନ୍ତି. But please note that Feroz Shah Tughlaq he did not renovate this temple. Okay, he did not renovate this temple because we have seen in the last class. So Feroz Shah Tughlaq So he attacked Odisha, defeated Raja Gajapati. He captured Cuttack and destroyed the Jagannath temple at Puri. He had also destroyed the Jwalamukhi temple at Kangra. Okay, this is in UK. Currently, it is in UK. Okay, so he had destroyed temples. So he has not renovated temples. Okay, so ଏଥିରେ ଖାଲି inscription ରେ ଲେଖା ହେଇଛି ଯେ ସେ temple ପାଖରେ ଗୋଟେ inn ତିଆରି କଲେ. Okay, ତ renovation କିଛି କରିନାହାନ୍ତି. Alright, so ଏଇଟା ଗଲା ତମର Alauddin Khilji, Muhammad bin Tughlaq, Firuz Shah Tughlaq, ୟାଙ୍କ ପରେ ଆମେ ସବୁ ଦେଖିଛେ। କୁତୁବୁଦ୍ଦିନ ମୁବାରକ ଖାଲଜି ଏଇ ଅପସନ ଟା ଆମେ ଦେଖିନେ, ତାପରେ ଟିକେ ଦେଖିଦବା ଡିଟେଲରେ। ତ କୁତୁବୁଦ୍ଦିନ ମୁବାରକ ଶାହ one, okay, so he is also called Bakhtiyar al-Din. He was a Khalji dynasty ruler of Delhi Sultanate and son of Alauddin Khilji. Okay, ତ ଆମେ ଯେମିତି ଦେଖିଥିଲେ ଦିଲ୍ଲୀ ସୁଲତାନେଟରେ Khalji dynasty ruled from 1290 to 1320. Alright, 1290 to 1320. So 1320, he is the Qutbuddin Mubarak. He is the last Khilji king. Okay, he is the last Khilji king. So after Alauddin's death, he was this Qutbuddin Mubarak Shah was imprisoned by Malik Kafur. Okay, who made Mubarak's younger brother Shah Shihabuddin Omar as a puppet ruler. Okay, so Shihabuddin Omar is the son of Alauddin Khalji. Shihabuddin Omar is the son of Alauddin Khalji. After Alauddin Khalji's death, so Shihabuddin Omar was to become the king. Malik Kafur appointed Shihabuddin Omar as the king and imprisoned Mubarak Shah. Okay, Mubarak Shah is also the son of Alauddin Khalji. So Malik Kafur imprisoned Mubarak Shah to make Shihabuddin Omar as a puppet ruler. Okay, so after Malik Kafur died, Mubarak Shah became the regent of Shihabuddin Omar. Okay, but after becoming regent, he betrayed his own brother and blinded his own brother and killed him and usurped the throne. Alright, so ତାଙ୍କ ରେଲରେ କଣ ହେଇଥିଲା populist reforms ଅଣାଯାଇଥିଲା, like abolishing heavy taxes and penalties imposed by Alauddin, releasing prisoners. He suppressed a rebellion in Gujarat. Okay, recaptured Devgiri and extracted tribute from Warangal. He was ultimately murdered by his slave general Khusrau Khan. Okay, who then took over the throne. So ଏଇ ଯୋଉ military achievement କରିଛନ୍ତି, suppressed the rebellion in Gujarat, recaptured Devgiri, okay, extracted tribute from Warangal. All this were done by Mubarak Shah, led by Khusrau Khan. Okay, all these campaigns were led by Khusrau Khan, and after and Khusrau Khan again betrayed Mubarak Shah and came to the throne. Who took over the throne? Okay, he took over the throne, and Khusrau Khan became the Sultan for only 2 months. Okay. For only 2 months, he could become the Sultan. But and after Khusrau Khan, he ascended the throne with the name of Nasiruddin. But again, he was deposed by rebels led by Malik Tughlaq. Okay. Malik Tughlaq is the Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq, who was the noble in the Punjab area. Okay. So then comes the Tughlaq rule. Okay, I mean, the Tughlaq dynasty, 1320 to 1415. After 1320, Tughlaq dynasty came. After the Khalji dynasty. Okay. So this was for today. I think this is the last question for today. We'll discuss the next questions. We'll discuss the remaining questions in the next class. Thank you.